Most remote workers do not struggle because they are lazy. They struggle because every week feels different. One week is full of meetings. Another week is full of deadlines. Some days feel productive while others disappear into small tasks and distractions. You do not have a discipline problem. Most people think they just need to work harder or stay more organized. But the real problem is that their week has no structure. When you work in an office, your schedule is partially structured for you. Meetings create natural anchors in your day. Managers set priorities, colleagues create rhythm. But when you work remotely, that structure disappears. Your brain now has to decide what matters every single day. And this constant decision-making creates mental clutter. By the end of this video, you will have a simple weekly planning system designed specifically for remote workers. A system that reduces overwhelm, clarifies priorities, and makes your work week feel predictable again. Most people start weekly planning the wrong way. They open their task manager and begin writing a long list of everything they need to do. Tasks from last week, new ideas. Small errands, random reminders, the list quickly becomes overwhelming. Most people think long task lists help them stay organized. But the real problem is cognitive overload. When your brain sees 20 or 30 tasks, it struggles to decide where to begin. Attention becomes scattered, small tasks start replacing important ones. Productivity research shows that clarity improves action. A better system starts with outcomes, not tasks. Instead of asking, "What do I need to do this week?" ask, "What results actually matter this week?" Choose 3 meaningful outcomes. For example, a freelancer might choose finishing a client project, sending 3 proposals, and updating their portfolio. A remote employee might choose completing a report, preparing a presentation, and finishing a research task. 3 outcomes create clarity. Your brain understands what success looks like. But here is the part most people miss. Even when people define important outcomes, their week still becomes chaotic. Why? Because tasks are not connected to time. Most people think writing tasks down is enough. But the real problem is that unplanned tasks float around your week without a home. This is where weekly structure becomes powerful. Instead of treating every day the same, you assign themes to your workdays. For example, Monday becomes planning and communication. Tuesday and Wednesday become deep work days. Thursday becomes collaboration or meetings. Friday becomes review and lighter tasks. This simple structure reduces decision fatigue. Your brain begins to understand what kind of work belongs on each day. But here is something many remote workers overlook. Even if you define outcomes and themed days, your schedule can still collapse if you ignore attention limits. Deep work requires mental energy. Most people think they can focus deeply for 6 or 7 hours per day. But cognitive research shows that high-quality focus usually lasts 3 to 4 hours. A better weekly planning system respects this limit. Instead of filling every hour with work, you schedule a small number of deep work blocks across the week. Imagine you have 6 deep work blocks available across your week. Each block is 90 minutes of focused work. You assign these blocks to your 3 outcomes. 2 blocks for the report, 2 blocks for the presentation, 2 blocks for research. Now your week becomes extremely clear. Instead of a long, chaotic task list, you have 6 focus sessions designed to move your most important work forward. But here is the part most people miss. Many remote workers create a plan but never review it again. Without review, your system slowly drifts. Tasks move, priorities change, deadlines appear. This is why a weekly reset is critical. At the end of the week, you spend 10 minutes reviewing what happened. Which tasks were completed, which tasks moved forward, which tasks created unexpected friction. This review gives your brain feedback. Over time, your weekly planning becomes more realistic. You begin estimating effort more accurately. Your schedule becomes easier to trust. But there is one more hidden problem. Even with a strong weekly plan, your days can still feel scattered if you start each morning without direction. Most people think weekly planning alone is enough. But the real problem is daily activation. A simple daily planning ritual connects your weekly system to your daily focus. Each morning you review your weekly outcomes and select one deep work block for that day. You remove distractions, close unnecessary tools, protect that focus session. This small step turns your weekly plan into real progress. Now let me show you what this system looks like in practice. Sunday evening or Monday morning, you identify 3 outcomes for the week. You schedule 6 deep work blocks across your calendar. You assign themes to your workdays. Each morning you activate one focus block connected to your outcomes. At the end of the week, you review what worked and adjust your plan. Instead of reacting to chaos, your week becomes intentional. And most importantly, your attention stays focused on meaningful work. But even if you build a weekly planning system, there is still one bottleneck that destroys productivity for many remote workers. Distractions, notifications, messaging apps, and constant context switching quietly break your focus during those deep work blocks. That is why the next useful step is learning how to protect your attention while working from home. Because planning your week is powerful, but protecting your focus is what allows that plan to actually work. If you want more practical systems like this, subscribe. We keep productivity simple here. And in the next video, you will learn a simple focus method that helps remote workers eliminate distractions and finally finish deep work consistently.